ディズニーが最初に開発し、その後スピンアウトし、オープンソースとなったドラゴンチェーンからドラゴンチェーン商用プラットフォームおよびドラゴンチェーンインキュベーターが登場。まず資産となるデータの保護に重点を置いているドラゴンチェーンプラットフォームを見ていきましょう。サーバーレス構造を用いた拡張性高いプラットフォームは、スマートコントラクトの開発者たちが Java、Python、Node、C# など使い慣れたプログラミング言語で作り込まれるようパッケージ化されています。さらに、すべてのスマートコントラクトが Amazon AWS とその他の機能にフルアクセスできます。次はドラゴンチェーンインキュベーターを見ていきましょう。ドラゴンチェーンインキュベーターはブロックチェーンプロジェクトのローンチに必要なプロセスを標準化しました。では次にドラゴンチェーンの市場を見ていきましょう。暗号通貨、マーケティング、法律、ソフトウェア開発、採用といったあらゆる分野のスペシャリストたちが集まるエコシステムになっています。また、この市場には開発者たちが再利用目的で収益化したビルド済みのスマートコントラクトライブラリーも含まれています。最後に紹介するのがドラゴンチェーンプラットフォームとエコシステム全体のすべてのサービスにアクセスするためのトークン化されたマイクロライセンスです。ブロックチェーンビジネスマジック用に設計されています。あなたも最も安全で柔軟性が高くビジネス仕様のブロックチェーンプラットフォームとエコシステムの一員になれます。10月2日、いよいよドラゴン発売開始。
All right. Welcome to the 228th episode of the World Blockchain Roundtable. That was playing today because it's
October 2nd.
Anniversary. It's October 2nd. That video was from 8 years ago, and it was the 1 year. That was the 1 year anniversary of the 9 years ago Dragon Chain Independence Day. Independence from Disney. So
when you left Disney, and then a year later you guys released the software.
Yeah, 9 years ago.
You had to be dragging that out of the history of the archives though to play that video. Sorry.
Yes. Right on. Okay, so our hosts for today are Zach Kaiser. Can I say it like that? Kaiser?
Yes.
All right.
Sounds masculine.
And Andrew Joseph from the Legacy Right podcast, right? Yes, correct. How's it going?
Not bad.
You guys doing good? All right. And
it's the Portney cast.
Portnoy. Is it
Portnoy? Is it Portnoy or Portney?
I
don't know. I just work here.
I don't know. And then Greg from Rivet. How's it going, Greg? And I'm Joe from
it's always going somewhere, isn't it?
Yep. Always good things. And I'm Joe from Dragon Chain. This is the World Blockchain Roundtable. This is the first ever and one of the only DAO-based podcasts or podcasts that you can own just by participating, and you can tune how the show works and stuff. So anyway, so there's lots of possibilities.
It's not like you get to say you own it, like you get to hold on to an old school NFT. It's like literally, if you own it, then you get to do what owners do with things. Right?
Exactly.
So it's that super cool.
And to demonstrate the first quick update on the layer ownership tokens. Oh, sorry. We'll go through the layer ownership tokens first. Sorry, I jumped the gun there. So decentralized identity for a surveillance-free future was last week episode. What episode was that? 227. Every host from last week will receive 93 governance tokens, and every topic contributor 116 tokens. That's interesting. There were not enough questions, so they get more than us. Last week's theme was nominated by I Am for I Am, or William, is that right? Who will receive 116 lot also. And ownership tokens come with the passive income, the free edits in the layer, and the governance votes themselves, which now we go into the demonstration of it. So
and literally this is like a nomic game. That means there aren't any limits on these rules that can be made, right? Like if you can come up with a proposal, you can make it.
Exactly.
That's even when William's not here, he's winning.
Yeah.
He will come.
He has the game rigged. So the change proposal for vote that just resolved was a decision for what the themes will be for the month of October. The top 5.
Yes,
Man,
Lee.
5 weeks in October, huh? Will be selected. A reminder: the hosts have the option of calling an audible for any given episode to discuss something that's more timely. Also, note some themes might have been altered due to character limits. Okay, or the streaming platform. Okay, so anyway, Oktoberfest is next. Oktoberfest 1, but we're doing it next week because the shutdown happened recent, so we decided to flip that, right? So
Mhm.
the shutdown
The shutdown.
was this. It actually came in third. Blockchain solutions during a government shutdown. Maybe we should run them in reverse order. I'm just joking. Whatever. Doesn't matter.
We'll just
So
audible them where we want them to go.
government shutdown is this week.
Yes, Lee.
So this current episode right now, Silver Linings will be the third week,
Cool.
right?
That's gonna be a neat one.
Next week is Oktoberfest, and you all have to. The exercise is essentially you have to get some form of German beer and drink it during the show. All right, drink it with some orange juice or something. I'm joking. I don't know what. But there are only three that actually.
I will.
So we need to come up with two more episodes, and then we just get free reign. We can make them whatever we want them. So if anybody has any ideas, you guys can let us know. All right.
Well, I mean, interestingly, I started digging into government shutdown last night, and kind of came up with a new way to think about taxation.
Okay.
So like there's a there for something really interesting. The idea is this: in sort of a philo accounting system, your $6,000 or whatever you pay to the government does not get chopped up into the pie and distributed to everything evenly. It goes to some things first. And when you start tracking that, it's really interesting about how when the government shuts down, it's only shutting down the stuff that your taxes don't usually pay for anyway. The shutdown has more to do with the borrowed part of the government. So everything that shuts down is kind of a guide to what doesn't get money first.
Yeah, I think it's what's printed, right? What's printed is the whole game.
So you can start thinking about like individual people receiving money with this mechanism of thought, and then you can be like, how many taxpayers does this person's contribution eat, since they get to eat first?
Yep.
We'll have fun with that one.
In my notes it says that the 4th is explore the differences of blockchains, DAGs, and hash graphs. So we could do that the 4th, but we don't have a 5th week, so selected. So we'll just maybe we'll do it. We have to post something. Maybe we can post that it'll be decided on at the beginning of the show, even, right? That could
be, or maybe somebody who hasn't signed up for Dragon Chain or for Den yet could come into the lair and put in a suggestion that's better than anything we've said. If you've got one in your head right now,
there's one there.
Just do this. If you're thinking that right now, then sign up and come join us, because we need people who think we're idiots and see it when they're
there.
Right.
You go. Exactly. So. All right. So we go straight into it. Blockchain solutions during a government shutdown. I'm going to refresh now, so hopefully you got your questions in. And here we go. And I do think, because I saw these earlier, I do think. Okay, Kiss Crypto. All right. Question. Well, I would ask one, but I don't understand the crazy around shutdowns. So I will ask this: when do we think the whole system is going to collapse? And is blockchain in the crypto space in general? Is it ready in general?
Good question.
And I'm going to ask you guys: should I click on this? It is Lee.
He's being facetious.
Yeah, we'll have to see. I don't know, right? Let's see. It is tag not. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Beautiful.
It's graphic.
It's actually pretty.
It is pretty.
It is actually.
Okay, so
I'd say the not safe for work part is the question. Right?
Who wants to answer this first?
Well,
go ahead.
I can take a crack. So I spent the last 2 days writing an article about this and it's going to come out soon. Because the idea of shutdown, just like I said earlier, it struck me as stark the parts that don't close. right?
Oh,
So I
yeah.
started thinking about the national credit card problem. Right? The machine that broke really has something to do with our credit card payment machine, right? It's
Oh,
not
yeah.
the tax receipts, because we know for a fact they're not shutting that part down. The IRS already got special money to stay open, right? Um, so that's going to stay open. We've got the security apparatus that keeps us all in line. And we've got the bond payment mechanism that pays the bondholders online. And we've got basically all the stuff that we do to secure that around the globe still running. So all the military stuff. That's pretty much it. Surveillance apparatus too, right? Because that keeps us in line. You've
Yeah.
got enough to keep the people who pay taxes in line, and you've got enough to pay the bondholders, and you've got enough to justify the bond payments with the essential functions of military, right? But not all of the stuff that they say they're going to give us when they give us stuff with money. The reason they hate government shutdowns is because they pull the mask away from what they're really paying for with our money.
Yeah. So when's it going to collapse, though? I want to know what you think.
When's it going to collapse?
Yeah.
I think it's going to take another cycle or two. It really depends on. It's not going to collapse in a shutdown. The shutdown, nobody in government is incentivized at all to let it shut down. Really, like it's an us versus them thing, like nothing else, to keep it open, right? They want us to perceive that the government is spending money on stuff like groceries for poor people, right? It doesn't do that. It borrows to do that. All we do is pay the credit card payment, right? So as long as that part of it still works, we're fine. The problem really comes when, either you have to lower rates because too much unemployment, and we've dumbly convinced everybody in the country that lowering rates causes employment to go down, or unemployment to go down. It doesn't really, right? Because it's phony. We get like businesses opening that should never open when money is too cheap for words, when the markets aren't setting the rates. The projects that come out of it aren't real jobs. They're temporary jobs until the rates have to rise again to stop inflation, because the way they fund this, right? Print more money. So they've got themselves in a trap where they can't really raise rates to do like the Volcker thing to stop inflation anymore, because that would make the national credit card payment way too high. And they can't really drop them either, because that makes inflation go up more. Right?
Yep.
So they're stuck in this band, and it narrows every time they cycle. I don't know how many more they get, but I bet we've got another decade and a half.
You think a decade? Wow. Okay. All right, Zach.
That's actually what I was going to say about the collapse issue. The whole system has at least a decade. I mean, there's a chance that it could all accelerate, and you could see 2 to maybe 5 years. But that's, as if Greg just stated, that's if they decided to lower the rates and keep lowering them, and then make it a negative rate effectively, so that they can print endless money, like in just continuous, which they can't. They know they can't. They have to slow down at one aspect in order to kind of assess where they can go from there. So, I mean, as far as a complete collapse, it's going to probably be anywhere from 5 years to within the next decade. I would probably say, if I were to give a number a year, about 2040 is where we're looking at when the government finally completely shuts down forever, and the whole system collapses. As far as like blockchain and crypto being ready, I think there's potential. I think that we're continuing to strive to alleviate the stress of the system, but it's going to still take some time. So we still have to adapt and innovate, and we still have to improvise in our own systems. So, but blockchain is the future. So inevitably, it's going to take over. Whether that's going to be a good thing, and it's co-opted by government in order to save itself and consolidate. I mean, even then, you're still going to have it's going to lead into two different systems. So if government controls certain blockchains in consolidation with themselves, you're still going to have a counter economical
Zano and Monero and
decentralized blockchain.
eCash will not go down when the stable coins that they foie-gras all the treasury the treasuries into all die. But everything connected to those in crypto is dead.
Andrew?
Exactly.
Well, I mean, Greg started gave the answer I was going to use, and then after Greg used his answer, Zach kind of picked up on that, and he's talking about the negative interest rates. So I guess I'll pick up on that.
Mm,
I really can't just repeat the same thing. So when
sure you can.
you see the situation that we're in, maybe I'll just build on to what you guys are answering. You see the negative interest rates, and that's their whole priority is to spend, and it's difficult for you to hold cash, right? You get into the situation that Japan's got. This is my answer. Is you know, they're going towards a situation that Japan's in, but we can see what's happening in Japan is that they can't carry the negative interest rates anymore, and their whole system is just basically capitulating, and they're trying to do
Yield curve control also screws the pooch.
yeah,
Like all the tools they might use.
yeah,
are
offside kicking, I guess you could say, and to try to salvage what they can. But like Greg said, the yield curve is it's a next level shit. So
Hmm.
the real I couldn't
They
really
can
give
trick
you
the
an honest
zombie into
answer
thinking it's
because
alive for quite a while.
yeah.
Well,
I mean,
okay.
I mean, we're trying to go, like I said, go towards the direction of Japan, but Japan, they hold the most, the vast majority of our bonds, right? So
Right.
they go under. They're going to have to liquidate what they can to stabilize their economy, and
So we're basically
they're
eating their stabilization
yeah.
mechanism the second we implement it.
Well, and
Yeah.
yeah, and then
So
on top of
Japan
that, you
will
have
just-
whatever they do with
That sucks.
BRICS and whatever
That's shitty.
other outside forces.
Well,
I mean, a lot of what people talk about with the stability is essentially post World War II, the model, but
Yeah.
there are new things added that we don't know how it's going to affect anything. So it's really hard to say. I do agree. I mean, they're getting fewer and fewer, I guess, resources or less and less room to
they're
balance
losing
the
oxygen.
stupidity that they've been doing all this time.
Well,
And it's all, I say
right.
stupidity, it's actually evil, since 1913, what they've been doing. And I don't think
Stupidity to
crypto,
evil, Venn
like
diagram is a
if you
circle.
consider big crypto, if you consider the blue chip Bitcoin, I don't think any of that shit's ready, quote unquote. I think what the tech
It's like
is
poisoned.
potentially ready, because we could step in as long as there's someone there with honor that wants to build something that would be good for the people. It could be done. And the question is, will those people be the ones in power? I don't know. And the good thing, though, is that crypto has demonstrated to the normies of the world what is possible with scarcity and the craziness that we've been living under for so long, right?
It also allows
so-
us to withdraw. Like, one thing that I also looked into that's really interesting is the different kinds of taxpayers, right? Like, I think a cow bowl metaphor is useful here, right? You have cows who are pretty much employees, and their money, you can call them cows because their tax money comes out pre ever receiving it, right? And then the bulls are like the independent contractors who actually have to make a payment. It's not so much an act of making sure they didn't ask for too much refund to enforce those as it is to make sure that they're doing mostly compliance and not loudly protesting. But that was sort of the bargain for years. But then like gig work came out, and there's a lot of people making money off of Substack and YouTube and Uber and things where they all of a sudden get paid like bulls, right? They aren't cows anymore. And these people aren't used to doing things like filing quarterly prospective tax payments or going and getting an accountant. They probably did the quiet path that a lot of people who get stressed out in the world of entrepreneurship do. They forget to file or they put it off, right? They don't make their remittances. Usually we go after these people civilly because they can still pay, and we don't want to kill bulls because they make more cows, right? So we've got a situation here where tons and tons and tons of people are becoming independent contractors too in this country. That you see like rules like these $600 reporting requirements going into payment services and stuff like that, where they're going to try to make it so it's minimum of $600 before Cash App has to send a report to the IRS about how much you sent. That kind of stuff is coming online in part because of this phenomenon, and the more people are freed by technology as it goes up, whether it's I guess you call them statistical search machines for coordinate spaces, text generators, right? Video generators, all these things that make it so you can start your own business instead of be somebody's employee.
Well, I mean,
these kinds of things are going to shift the slide out. So like, there's going to be either some oppression or maybe my timeline needs to be accelerated.
Well,
so
that's
PayPal was
I modify my answer to say maybe 5 years, unless they get LLMs wrong, in which case 3. And I'm pretty sure they got those wrong too.
Speaking of that, what I mean, Cash App and Venmo are those symptoms of the negative effects of what PayPal was a catalyst for? Or, because it seems like they're not as centerfold on like a privacy apparatus as, not to say PayPal is any better, but it seems like it's a better apparatus compared to Cash App and Venmo.
Well, I mean,
the $600
all those services can get replaced with decentralized services already, right?
Of course.
PayPal and Zcash, PayPal and Xano, PayPal and Monero. You've got yourself 3 options that are way better. And if you want to automate, hell, Xano, right?
Well, I think PayPal would be a better option to kind of link into that decentralized zone, in like Xano or Monero or whatever, than in comparison to like Cash App or Venmo, because I think there's just too much control on both of those two. Because honestly, I mean,
directors are probably already captured enough. We can't count on any of them to help.
Probably. But I mean, Cash App just seems like an example of just alluring poor people into having their own PayPal option, and even though it's the same thing, and then it's less private than PayPal, and so
As soon as all
that's
these
$600.
As soon as all these people are being paid in part with dividends from the money they're required to borrow from the Federal Reserve when they buy T-bills, right?
That's true.
They're going to pretty much,
Go ahead.
The $600 limit builds into the negative interest rate, and that's why they're pushing it, and it's going to keep contracting and getting smaller, and that means that they report more eventually. But really what's going on here is behind the scenes is, if crypto wasn't here to put pressure on the legacy system that we're living in right now, this situation would have been a lot slower to come out and into the wild, because they would have had more time to plan. This is really building towards just direct conflict. I mean, China's in a situation right now where if they can't deliver on improving the quality of life of their citizens, I call them citizens, they're just their property, right? It's the party's property. Then they only have one more option to save face, and that's to try to take Taiwan. And so that justifies,
I don't know if I believe some of that propaganda anymore. Right? I mean, I would think that China. I'll tell you this objectively. I know that, frankly, I would rather at this point have been a Chinese citizen and launched Dragon Chain in China 8 years ago.
They would have treated
than here.
Right.
I would be a billionaire right now.
The branding would have worked out really well. They would have.
And I would be a flipping billionaire right now if I were a Chinese citizen who launched Dragon Chain in China that long ago. I guarantee you, because I was here and they would not let me have that. It's like they and here's the difference. I interpret it, and whether or not it's absolutely true or not, it appears across the board that they value, and I would even say maybe they love their citizens more than our government loves us.
Well,
I would say our government hates us.
I would say their government's the same as ours. It's just the things that their people need in their illusion layer are different, right?
I don't know. You go
the
to
Chinese, for instance, care a great deal about food scarcity.
Go to one of their cities. And go to one of our cities.
Think about food.
Go to one of our cities and see.
Let me make this point.
Okay. Man.
we care about food a great deal in America, right? We care about it a lot. We think about it all the time. We order it constantly. We pack
Yeah,
it
we
into our
don't.
fridges.
Yeah,
we dump it
that's-
in our trash bags.
It's not true.
We
That's
care
propaganda.
about food because we love to swim in it, right? We don't just love food. We love to fucking have swimming pools full of it in our
Okay,
backyards.
so
if we
the
can.
point though
Right?
is
My point
what?
being, the Chinese grew up in a civilization that was constantly plagued by thin margins of food production. These people largely care about food scarcity more than anything on Earth. And you can, if you look at their actions through motivating securing the food of the citizenry in a visible way, you unravel a lot of the conspiracies about how they're behaving. Right, like
Okay,
yes, they're definitely
that's
adversary.
possible,
They're not
but-
always against us, but
I think
a lot
also-
of
I
times
think
they're not
we've been
against us. They're
trained
just trying
with
to
the-
secure the
that
interests of
this
their people.
capitalism is going to give it. And what did capitalism give us? We don't have food scarcity, but we're essentially poisoned by we're paying for poison. I mean that's
In part because we overeat the
That's-
food we make
yeah.
for ourselves.
Yeah.
a lot of it's overeating, but a
But-
lot of it's what they put in that food. Is like they
Yeah,
don't care.
I-
They do not
Well,
care
a
what we
lot
eat.
of it, a lot of that food is being, it's all interconnected. So, like, the propaganda really is that China is the enemy and doing this and that, but in reality, the China is the model for what the U.S. and the rest
The-
of the West wants to be. So, like with our food, most of our problems is they're exporting, interlinking. They export our food over there for cleaning, and then they ship it back, and the cleaning, which is basically just bleach, like with chicken. I mean, it's literally entailed within that food, and there's really not a whole lot you can do. You can wash it, but it's still covered in bleach from like
Well, I mean,
a molecular
and we
level.
can't. Yeah, it's not like we can
Because they've
do
sensed
the
it.
thing. Like the bleach is important, right? The bleach does something you have to do before you distribute it. It kills
Oh,
off all
yeah.
the shit inside of it, right? Like you can't have
Yep.
chicken at scale without that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
I'm
I don't know. What do they do in Europe? In Europe, I'll say Europe at least doesn't let them put some of the stuff they put in our food, right?
Right.
And I'm,
Well,
so I'm
I
not
think-
talking
yeah.
about.
Do you think that makes
the stuff-
Europeans
I-
more
I
likely to be
think-
able to afford the grocery store, though?
I think what's good about Europe in that scenario is just as centralized as they are with the European Union, they're still relatively centered in their local community specifically when it comes to food security. So the locale still has a little bit more of an attachment to, say, their food culture than the centralized, consolidated European Union. So that's kind of reflected towards the laws and the regulations with the EU. So
Yeah, I mean that is true. That is true. But you can look.
yeah,
You can look at the
it
food
does
over here,
reflect
too.
the price.
Like you look at the past couple of years over here too. Everything is crazy overpriced here too, and it's poison. I'd rather have it not be poison. You know.
Mm.
Yeah, if we can figure out a way to do food at scale without poisoning it, hell to the
Hey.
yes. But I'd still
Hey.
rather eat low grade poison than not eat.
That's the
I-
point though. It isn't that they're doing it to protect us. They literally, it's all bottom line stuff. They're trying to meet their margins. They'll lay off whoever they need to lay off. They'll hire the H-1Bs. They don't care who it is. It's all for numbers. And it's essentially Wall Street's version of crypto's number go up. As long as they can keep the numbers coming, then they get their bonuses, and customers be damned. They don't give a shit about.
Well, I mean, they give a shit enough that
Yeah.
it's not poison enough to kill us all right away. You know, it's low grade poison, right? It can't be high grade poison because then their customer base would be dead.
Yeah, but that's beyond that. I mean, it all fits into the whole blood sacrifice. It's the same as the porn industry, the freaking human trafficking, and it's like all the same shit. It's all the same thing. So,
To
anyways,
at least, yeah.
But they definitely
Lee's
can't kill
point,
everybody
though,
on purpose, right?
on
Like,
the
'cause it's not a
price.
way to make a market.
To Lee's point on the price, though, I will say, like the healthier the food and the more decentralized it is, since they've inflated the money. I've been looking for local farms around here to try to see if I can find something that's healthy, grass fed, to the roots of like reality. And I found one farm, they're selling I Want Lamb big time. I mean, and they're selling it by the pound, like $16
awesome.
by the pound. That's a lot. That's worth it in my opinion, but that is a lot of money. and that's a lot that you're forking over in
Yeah.
order to have some good food.
Yep.
I would be careful if you're in China eating their food. Just real quick,
Oh yeah.
because I've seen articles in the past about like they use soy sauce. To create soy sauce, they use sewage. Like they would like literally go in the sewer and
Oh
boil it.
yeah.
And,
Well, that's like if you're
Mm.
buying it like a street vendor too. Like
Come get it.
Yeah.
The baby
Yeah.
duck.
China
sauce
or
brewery.
India.
I was about to
I don't
ask.
plan on ever
Andrew.
eating anything off the street.
I-
So
I read something that a lot of these street vendors would this was a long time ago may actually be fucking their food. Is that any truth to that?
That's the
almost
first
Taking their
I've
private
heard of
parts
it.
in-
I think that was an American movie. Actually.
Everybody's seen the South Park episode where
probably.
they do "Boogers and Cum" as a song at the
Yeah.
end.
And
might
everybody
have been
knows that
South Park.
movie.
Yeah.
It's the same. Yeah. Anyway, we won't go in there. We won't go there. Let's go to the next question. Let's go. Okay. So let's see.
Just
here.
for the record,
Don't
I
go
wasn't
to-
trying to solicit propaganda. I was just
Okay.
going on.
Yeah, and it's just like anytime
You
anything,
solicit
anything's
propaganda.
said about China, especially right now, or Iran or North Korea, it's like, oh,
Yeah.
North Korea, they're
Andrew.
always attacking our movie industries and hacking it. And so I was like, yeah, really, is North Korea really doing that?
Oh,
Mm.
come
That's
on.
total
Anybody who
Mm,
looks
yes.
into the Lazarus Group and how they've invented that out of thin air,
So
North Korea
ridiculous.
does not have a country
No.
that can have an advanced hacker group working for
Yeah.
it.
And I would
and-
even say,
it'd
I
be hard to
probably
attribute.
now this might be a
Unless
little more of a
it's
stretch.
China.
This might be a little more of a stretch. If I were North Korean and I wasn't, and I was able, and I don't trust any of the propaganda. So if I wasn't a starving North Korean and I was able to create Dragon Chain in North Korea, I would still bet that I would have been better off than starting it in America. And
Maybe.
that's quite a stretch.
Well, I mean, if
But-
you walked in with the
but it-
tech, then Kim Jong-un would just make you a special appointee and you would get some
Yeah.
of the gravy that he gives to a very small number of people. of
That's
the
why I'm
amount of
saying-
gravy that they actually have, right?
People need to really start thinking objectively about stop with
Redistribution.
I'm gonna, it's like I am all about America first, but we have to be
Yeah.
honest about what we have right now, and it's not
Well,
what
and what
Yeah.
we've been
what
sold.
we built, right? The machine that we have is a bad malfunctioning state apparatus for a country that's still here.
And
right?
so,
Like, the United States government is not the same thing as America.
yeah, it's true. And I
No.
would say so. My answer, because I didn't answer how soon it will collapse. The only real answer is not soon enough, because I think it's the only path to freedom. It has to collapse. I don't think we can't vote our way to
Burn it
actual
all.
freedom. It needs to collapse, and so we just
have
need
to
to
have
like,
parallel
yep,
systems,
spend
right?
it all, spend it all, spend it all, just spend it all until
Mm.
until we have nothing.
Well,
So
the
you-
only way they escape collapse
you
is
agree,
if they get
Joe?
AI right, which I think we've already figured out they're not doing.
So you agree,
Yeah.
Joe? We should increase minimum wage to $172 per hour to
The gold.
reflect gold.
And it
yeah.
should be paid in gold too. Yeah, yep.
Oh, and pay it in gold, even better.
Pay it straight in gold. Yeah,
that
you
would
have to.
would collapse everything.
Well, here's the thing. It wouldn't though. It would collapse the things that need to collapse. It would collapse JP
Well,
Morgan,
yeah.
Chase.
Yeah.
They wouldn't be able to print that paper anymore. It's like, oh, would you take this paper instead? Like,
Well, the thing is, they're not
Oh,
paying
my
them with
gold,
the printed
sir.
money. Those people aren't paying themselves with the printed money. They're paying themselves with the tax dole. That's the point that I was making earlier.
yeah,
The tax
exactly.
dole that
Yeah.
pays the bondholders. Who are the bondholders? Them, because they're required as
and
banks
by the way,
to hold that as
we're talking
collateral,
about
right?
We're talking about blockchain
They
solutions.
get the money first when we pay
And-
taxes,
Yeah.
even in a shutdown.
Yep,
And in
that's
Europe-
important. Yeah, that's important.
And
because
in
we're-
yeah.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh, I said, and in Europe, the minimum wage should be raised to however the value is in copper. Sorry,
Copper.
Lee. America first.
we're gonna hold all their gold over here. Is that what we're doing?
Yeah.
Distribute it to our minimum wage workers. No, the thing, if we're talking solutions, I mean, some of the beautiful stuff is, you could build a system
Hi,
where
William.
where your taxes, you have a vote on where they're spent. So like, say every issue, you can fund stuff, and you can also determine, okay, I'll vote on that, but I'm not going to pay for it. So it has to get funding from whoever wants to pay for it. But I'm okay if you guys do it, but I want my money to go to this. I don't want to go to war with Iran. I don't want to do war with China. I just want to do this thing that, benefits my family and my community and whatever else, right? That would change
That's all the stuff they
everything.
borrow for.
Yeah, that would change everything. So anyway, it's already $500 an hour. Wow. See, well, you get like what's gold up to now? I don't even know. Is it 4,000, 3,800?
I think it's up close to 4,000.
Yeah. Wow.
It's hard to credit anything numbered in US dollars anymore, though. Like, it's such a broken number. Whenever I hear anything numbered in that, I'm like, I wonder what this would have been worth 2 years ago.
Bitcoin price. Yeah, Bitcoin's actually still only $30, you guys. So
right,
probably the problem
Technically,
is
technically.
all right. Let's see here.
It's not quite that bad. It's appreciated against.
Here we go.
Gold,
dramatic in value.
Yeah, gold is around $3,847.90 according to AppMax.
Both
AppMax.
both gold and silver were all-time highs, correct? In the past couple weeks.
Past couple weeks, yeah.
Really, yeah. And that's with all the paper too, because there's a lot of paper that they print that's more than they have of the gold and silver. So William says, we miss you, Satoshi Sean. Get well soon. Yes. We demand that you get well soon. Hopefully you'll be on the next week or two, right? Next week is the Oktoberfest, so maybe skip that one. You did be healthy,
I have a question about that.
Yes.
If we're supposed to do German beer,
yes.
I never drink at all, but there was this guy over in Cincinnati, which is famous for his German beer, who was at a gas station. He's getting insulted by some guy, and so he took his twisted tea and smacked him across the face. Now that was in Cincinnati, and it's alcohol. Could I use that in exchange for a German beer?
Twisted tea?
Yeah, that's
you're blasphemous.
I'm just trying to understand how that fits. Just because it was violent?
It's alcohol, and it's tea, but it's in it's in Cincinnati, which is like really deep
it's a highly
culture.
German. Yeah, you're
right.
I suppose. Well, but by that logic, you'd have to give.
Care.
Coors and Budweiser. Like Budweiser is a German word in its name, technically.
Okay.
Right.
But Budweiser, they're owned by the Belgians, though. I think, right?
Yeah. Now they are.
So we can't. Yeah, but they didn't.
I just figured I'd ask. I mean,
Yeah, I don't think it'll fly.
Yeah,
you can try it, but we will.
We
might
block. If you want a recommendation for something German that you'll like, that isn't too bitter.
If you have now potentially
any Hefeweizen would be your.
I will say the only potential way that might be acceptable is if you drink it out of a stein. If you drank twisted tea out of a stein, maybe. I don't know.
Okay.
Right?
I just figured I'd throw it out there. Give it a shot.
I think we should say dark beer is preferable, but they, Oktoberfest, you can, right. German beer is the best beer in the world. They have laws about the beer there. That's why it's an important thing, right? You can't make it the wrong way there. Here in America, they could make whatever, they do whatever.
I mean, they probably put acid here.
Part of the innovation, right?
It's like Texas and beef. They have laws about beef in Texas.
Do they really? Yeah, it had the red heifers have to go to Israel.
Are always, the stupid thing about all those regs that highlight quality is they always come in after the industry is successful, and then just get all the ideas for what the regs should be from what they're already doing, and then they take credit.
800-year-old.
800-year, what Pilsner Urquell is Czech, but it's like 1,200 or 800. I don't know. And it's like
most of them monasteries.
Sponsored by the German or regulated by the German government are mostly just industries or regulatory agencies captured by industries long ago.
Just to remember, everybody, the Catholics made the good beer in Germany.
Do they still do that? Because I know they do in Belgium, right?
The monasteries, brewing the beer.
In Belgium, yeah. What is it? Trappist or whatever.
See,
purity law. Let's see here. German beer laws are governed by the Reinheitsgebot, purity law enacted in 1516 that initially only allowed water, barley, and hops. Over time, it was modified to include yeast, and for certain wheat
Were
beers,
you
wheat
allowed to
malt.
sell like anything else though? Like, could you be like, this isn't beer?
Oh man,
Because it doesn't do this.
even in the 16th century, Europe was starting to centralize into socialism.
Yep.
Yeah, I prefer this.
The German
though. I prefer
instinct
this to.
is to
You
do
see what
this.
you get out of it. I was like, I don't know. I
That's true.
Well, you
socialism.
sacrifice innovation, right?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Socialism is.
You do. If you had these
not
rules,
so-
then I would not be drinking
not so
sparkling
bad.
Mai Tai every once in a while.
Yeah, my
Socialism might not be bad, everybody, if it comes to purity laws
Right.
laws of
If you
German
believe
beer.
that the world needs to be driven to austerity by extreme privation, and
Yeah, it's
for
the
its
same
own
thing.
good,
Same
then,
thing
yeah.
as if you've seen those. And I think we should probably do this in America. The monasteries that made the beer, right? So they would have doors to the mess hall that were very skinny, and if you drank too much or ate too much, you wouldn't be able to fit through the door to eat, and you wouldn't be able to. There's like nothing to go. Sorry, right? I think we should do that at the McDonald's here. Or maybe we should
people from eating McDonald's.
Yes, it should. They say, sorry, these are our new rules.
No.
This
Here's how
door
you
is
do it.
only-
Here's how you do it. What you do is at the drive-in where you put in your order, you get a weight on an AI lookup of the car. You like have a camera pointed at it. This car is this model. That's the base weight. We're going to get a rough estimate of how much stuff they've got packed in the back, and then when they pull it to the next scale, it's going to weigh again and get another estimate and try to separate out what it can tell about the people, right? So, it'll guesstimate your weight and refuse you your order if you weigh too much.
Those are
show up at
coffee.
the second window.
Lee mentions the monastery beers, and there are. I mean, you get a
that'd be mean.
Roquefort or Chimay. Those are amazing and are really strong.
There's two things that monasteries get right: beer, and then the Latin American monasteries get coffee right.
Wine.
Oh, really?
Got wine. The Franciscans got wine
I
right.
bet that'd be good.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
wine.
There you go. Yeah. All right, man. See. Okay.
Beer, wine, and coffee.
Okay.
That's all you need in life.
One more.
We'll get back into it. Get better, Sean.
One more question.
God plus drugs,
Yes.
man.
Yes.
Can it be chocolate infused with beer or with alcohol?
Chocolate infused with alcohol for
sounds German.
Oktoberfest. I don't know.
That sounds kind of German. As long as it's like Black Forest chocolate.
Let me check with Grok.
I gotta be particular, right?
You have to
Let's
use
see
you have to melt a Toblerone.
Is
That's the rule.
chocolate infused with what? Just alcohol?
I've
And what
had
other
that.
alcohols are German? What other? I mean, we know
You could do schnapps. That's German.
Oh, true. Schnapps. Yeah, I would be okay if you did schnapps. You don't drink, right?
Everybody,
There's-
make your
you could, like,
decision. What
peach
am I supposed to
schnapps,
drink?
Peppermint schnapps.
You could also do if you want to stay mostly German, you could do some honey wine. The meads were largely German productions.
honey wine. Oh yeah, the mead. Mead,
Yeah.
Mead is good too. Especially, I don't like it when they put too much.
It's like that's a
sweeter.
signature Habsburg drink. You could go German.
Okay, I was Grok. Grok is being very forgiving, and he says, "Now keep in mind, this is not Mecha Hitler Grok. Okay, this is the modern the lobotomy. The ice pick lobotomy Grok. Okay?
Oh,
They're
the
all
gay
LLMs.
ones.
It's the coordinate search machine. Come on,
But
give us
chocolate
the completion.
infused with alcohol can be a delightful addition to Oktoberfest celebrations as it complements the festive, indulgent atmosphere of the event. Oktoberfest, traditionally a Bavarian festival centered around beer, food, and merriment, often includes rich, hearty flavors. Oh, see, pretzels, sausages, and desserts. I'll tell you what, if you were to bring pretzels and sausages, you'd be fine. You wouldn't have to drink the beer. That's a good point. You could have
Hard cider is also very German.
Yeah. True. You could do a cider. You could do, yeah. I'd be okay. Anything that would seem like an October
Andrew.
thing. Yeah, Andrew, you can do that.
The emperor has spoken.
Andrew, if anything, just make a coffee, get a little shot of whiskey, and just Irish coffee it. We'll forgive you.
Yeah, that's true.
The Irish are basically German at this point because the Germans invaded the British Isles and Ireland.
Have you guys ever seen the film Beer Fest? Has anyone ever seen Beer Fest?
No, I have not.
Highly recommended if you want to laugh your ass off at something stupid, like stupid. We're talking the guys who made Super Troopers did this second. Right. So second curse or second project curse plus already zany creators equals just like a shit show of a movie, but it's awesome.
All right.
Because it's
All right,
focused
we'll have to
on
watch it.
going to a hidden Oktoberfest beer drinking competition. for only
Maybe
the
we should
world's
run in the
hardcore beer
background
drinkers.
while we the next episode. Right. By the way, I don't know what kind of questions we'll get for the Oktoberfest episode. That's going to be the interesting part.
How drunk are you?
Yes. All right. Next question, William.
You
Question:
guys
why?
are alcoholics for drinking at 10 a.m., 11 a.m.
That's whatever time zone you're in, right?
Peach. That's what I'm gonna.
Every time somebody says matter, I have to drink, not William that day.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. There you go. So why are we fixating on a government shutdown? It's a distraction, siphoning our energy into debates about problems created by the state itself. True. Instead of arguing with statists who cling to centralized power like a drunk to a bottle, we should focus on building parallel systems that make government obsolete. Absolutely correct. Blockchain offers a bright future with tools for decentralized finance, identity, DAOs, and supply chains that empower people to thrive without the cartel mafia regime, which is government. The correct government shutdown question should be when or how soon. Should we not ask ourselves, why hasn't it shut down yet? And what am I doing as an enabler so that the beast can still live, grow, and thrive? When we hear or say the word government or government, it should be a synonym to Kmart or Blockbuster or Enron. I think it should be worse than that. I think it should be, it's a cancer, right? It should be something.
Bed bugs.
It should make you.
There you go, bed bugs.
Bed bugs. There you go. We have the tools to make this so. Trust me, future generations will look at us as barbaric and savages that supported and enabled governments to wage war. This is probably the most direct and like real thing that it's like all the waste and all the mismanagement and all that is what you expect of a government, but really I don't expect my government to be paying to have little kids killed, which it's doing right now. Again, arguing and discussing
but we're not paying for that part. They're borrowing for that part. Credit card bill.
I don't care if we're paying for it or not. I just care that our government is paying for it. I know we're not.
Well, right. No, we're paying the credit card bill. We're paying the credit card bill.
Well, I'm saying though, they're paying for it. Right. They could easily, if they had just not, what do I want to say? I don't want to say something crude. If they had just not done the things to the little kids that they're using to get them to do this, we wouldn't be in this situation. So the longer we wait to expose that and realize that every goddamn one of them that's voting for any of this stuff has done something to a little kid, and that's almost a certainty. It isn't a bribe.
Well, I mean, it's guaranteed, right? These people all voted to send. Whether or not we can dig out from the archives once we finally have access to them the truth about some of the stuff that happened behind the scenes. We know for a fact, because you can just go on TikTok or YouTube or any platform with video, do a quick search, and you can find examples of things that our government has done that resulted in literal kids' heads opened up on video, right? Like, what they're using our money for.
Yep. And oftentimes intentionally.
That's how they're financing the use of money that isn't ours, I guess.
Yep. Again, arguing and discussing this with a statist is like talking to a drunk or imbecile that can't reason. Let's move on. Let's build parallel systems. I agree. Fuck the government. Freedom is not being dependent on government. Shut it down. Agorism. Note, I have no intentions, no ideations, and no plan to end myself. As for government relevancy, I vote with my wallet. So I don't know if there's a question there.
No, there's
agree.
something that I would say. There's something that I would say. I agree with a lot of this, but I feel like there's a moment in this that is actually teachable. I think the government shutdown is useful in a way we're not using it. And I think we can look at it two ways. We can go find all the things that have to come back for a lot of people, right? Like for us sitting here with, the ability to say that we've got jobs and the ability to go get food and the ability to have a place to live it's a lot easier for us to say we don't need Snap, but there's a lot of people that are dependent upon shit, right? So if you're in crypto
Natural
and you want
selection.
and you want government to go away, you have to make it so that the next time it shuts down, that service doesn't disappear.
I will say,
if you want to know how to make people not care if the government comes back ever again and make it gone for good, then we got to replace the stuff that people want that it does. And as soon as all those are ticked off, which there aren't very many really, a lot of what it does has nothing to do with us. As soon as it doesn't have the ability to say we're using most of what you're giving us to do these things that you can't live without, they're like, well, I can go shop across the street. Then we kill it. And the shutdown is the perfect time to teach us just what they're shutting down.
Yeah.
And it's all the stuff that pisses us.
To an
if
extent,
they actually,
this is part of the cycle of the process, right? Is it we're negotiating, we're arguing, we're bickering about who's going to do what and how. And meanwhile, kids after that will be adopting and actively using because we're too busy bickering about who gets to control the gun.
Yeah,
and that's how it all crosses through.
I like the example you used with the welfare system, because that is the narrative right now that the Republicans are trying to fit into their little niche of why the Democrats shut down the power, even though the Republicans have the majority of the House and the Senate and the presidency. They're saying that the Democrats want to they want to expand welfare to illegal immigrants. Well, yes, to a certain extent that is true, but at the same time, you can stop them, Republicans. You have the majority. So what is up with the bickering? The fact of the matter is to that point of like Snap, though, private individuals and the church have been better at providing for the poor and feeding the poor more than government could ever imagine. In fact, it's so much that even government does provide certain funding to some of these organizations that actually do more than what the government entails. So
what you're saying is blockchain innovators who want to fill this gap should look for partners in the church.
Exactly. I think the church needs to look more closer to the blockchain and start adapting for the blockchain, as well as other private individuals and companies.
Need to open that dialogue, right? If you want that opportunity, because there's an opportunity there for you, right? Like,
that's interesting. Yeah, it is a very good point. That's a really good point. It's very interesting.
Yeah.
Huh.
And it would take the church back to its traditional model, which was agoristic in nature, anyways.
Yep.
Counter-economical to the government. How much do
you guys think a blockchain project that was properly tuned could amplify the impact of like a feed the hungry program run by a local church?
Imagine applying behavior tech to feeding hungry. It would be crazy.
And clothing people.
It would actually work. Yeah. I don't know.
It does feed junk food. So that's another the quality of the food could be considered by the blockchain project runner.
There's a
yes, and to go with William on that, you're exactly right. EBT probably feeds more people with bullshit, but to actually feed people and actually get what their sustenance needs, it's private actors that do better than the public.
You can live
sector.
for a solid number of decades on Twinkies before the cumulative health effects add up and you start dying.
I would prefer my tax payments or whatever goes straight to that than anything else, because I don't want to pay for killing people in the Middle East or anywhere else. Yep. Plans to go and invade China.
Just kill them slowly with Twinkies.
It's their choice if they're going to kill themselves with junk food.
Yeah, it's your choice to be on the system if you want to be dependent.
It would be cool. It would be cool if our prospective blockchain charity enabler helped enable really good food as well, like good food, not just
That's why but the whole way. I had I was at this small, I don't know what you'd call it. It was a small conference, and we had to answer some questions for various people, and it was really weird because I didn't intend to, but I ended up going straight into the way that the system itself is sick, because all the behaviors are tuned to things that don't help anyone except Wall Street or whoever gets the bonuses for meeting whatever numbers that quarter. That if there were better governance, in corporations, they would provide better products and have a longer term outlook. You'd have better value over a
Well, the
longer
ones
term.
that do, we already know them, right? 'Cause we
You can
use them
still
all the time
do.
and
They
love
can
them.
do it, but it's like everything is geared against them. That it's going to, their stock prices will go down because of the way Wall Street works, and it's bad. I
Right.
don't know.
Like,
We
I
just
think
need
everybody
better.
appreciates like IKEA as a
I
company.
I
that
would
does
so,
good.
and I guess what I'm
'Cause
getting to
everybody
is
needs
that
fucking chairs.
we don't just need the government to be reformed. I think we need the economic system to be reformed too. It's
Well,
totally broken.
how do we reform an economic system though? Right.
Yeah,
Without,
let it
I mean,
collapse.
I feel like what we really need to do is strip away all of the manipulations in it and let the actual free market dynamic emerge again.
Yeah, absolutely. The SEC was a huge mistake. We have to
unwind the entire 20th century in terms
Well,
of
that's the thing
policy,
too.
basically.
Why do, and I've talked about this maybe even recently, you guys probably get bored of hearing this, but why, when a large corporation loses all of their customers' info, including credit card info, social security numbers, why are they not penalized in the market? Right? Because the market is so fixed. It is all set on 401ks, because people have their 401ks so they don't have to pay these taxes. The taxes are in there.
The injury is
you do the 401ks so that the corporations can do whatever they want to do, and nothing is affected in their market price when they do something bad like that.
The problem is the diffusion of benefit versus cost, right? Like, it doesn't seem to cost you very much to put your email address and your name in to get access to something, right? It doesn't. But you do that because you want the thing right now. You want to access the LLM, or you want to sign into the social media account so you can give that laser sharp comment that you thought up and they're requiring login for, right? Like, you do that, and then that company accumulates this data, right? And when it loses it, you don't feel that, because you might be using the product, but you're not, like one of the people who gets nailed with fraud. They may not find you. In fact, the odds are they're going to hit everybody else, and your data will never become used, even if it's part of a leak. Not in a way that you'll notice.
I have found the very best defense against identity fraud.
Not putting in information.
Nope. The very best defense: bad credit. I recommend
That's
that
actually
people
fucking true.
Get bad credit.
It is one of the perks of bad credit.
Yeah,
no one wants to steal your shit.
No one wants.
Like, this fucking identity is worse than mine.
It's like, what the hell? I bought.
Always be in debt. Always be
like
in
the
debt to their
ransom of Red
system.
Chief, but for your identity. It's like, can I please give this back? I don't want it anymore. As soon as I got it, a whole bunch of people started being mean to me and censoring me and suing my companies with the SEC.
All right, next question. Let's see here. Again, from William. What role can blockchain-based identity systems play in ensuring access to essential services when government agencies are offline, so that people can become more self-efficient? I want to answer this first because it sparked a really neat idea. The fact that there should probably be a market there for it. That if it's needed and we can provide it with a blockchain, then people will use it, right? So I'm hoping for a situation where those demands will be, and all of the artificial stuff will go away, and the real need will be there, exposed, and then we can provide for it. And that's one way that you can get real blockchain adoption. So anyway, Zach?
It would actually deter and de-incentivize large tech companies like Amazon, Google, Intel to provide innovative technologies for totalitarian regimes. So through their government subsidies, it would de-incentivize that. I mean, because then you're placing the power back into people and how they want to protect or give up their identity through the blockchain. So you have this deterrence mechanism that stops from, as William says, monopolies basically controlling the game and working for a more totalitarian idea.
Because every time you found a monopoly, you found something the government's sponsoring.
Yep. Greg,
The only
what do you
ones that
think?
exist are, in fact,
Exactly. Not to say that there aren't natural monopolies. There are natural monopolies because not every
Sort of.
region in a
I
market
mean,
is going to
natural
have.
monopolies in the purest
Yeah.
sense, right? Like when they're tied to the physical
Yeah.
land, like water.
Yeah.
There's going to be
Yeah.
a natural monopoly in that if you own the land the water's on. But
Exactly. Not every region or locale that you're going to be in is going to be able to reinforce a competitive measure. Somebody's going to have to control something.
But if your
in
neighbor
order
has a
to-
lake,
for-
then you're not in
yeah.
a competitive monopoly, right?
No, you're basically in contract at that point to use his lake.
well, I mean, if you both have one, for example, you compete to provide water.
Oh yeah.
Right. So your natural
Then you just
monopoly
have
devolves into a competitive marketplace as soon as there's one other person with the same resource.
Yeah.
Luke says that we're going to consume all resources. I would disagree. I think that we will probably, the great filter
not
will
stuck
probably
here.
take effect before we consume all of our
We are
resources.
not stuck here.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
And we
we're
need to
not
go
stuck
away.
here.
Yeah, we need to.
We just
we
know
need to-
what we need to do is we need to end biological aging, which we are already in the process of doing. And then it doesn't matter how long it takes to move between stars.
We didn't get Andrew's answer though yet to this question.
Okay, well, I'm going to kind of go a little off script here. I was talking yesterday about I was watching a video from Count Dankula about these people called the Cagots in France. And basically, you know how, World War II, they would put their Star of David on Jews. They were doing something like that in France in like the 1600s, but they were making them wear like these chicken feet on their clothes. And during the French Revolution, they basically went in and destroyed all the birth certificates so they could like disseminate amongst the population and nobody knew who they were. And you could see where a blockchain, you could do something like an anonymizing service in a situation like that, where you would be able to hide who you were and just blend in with the crowd and kind of live back and sit back and live in peace for a little while until things come to pass. And then if you want to identify yourself again, you could. Not to say that if you're being discriminated against, you would want to stick your head up above the crowd, but just something that I was thinking about.
Did they not just think to move? Wouldn't you just move somewhere
Well,
else?
they were in France. I mean, it was just like 1700s and stuff like that. So
Okay, yeah, I hadn't heard the chicken feet one. I'd heard the hats. They did the thing with some weird.
yeah, I'll send you the video if you want.
Ladder
It's like
thing.
30 minutes long. It's kind of interesting, but wild.
Yeah, no, that's cool. Yeah, anonymizing services would be good, but you'd have to. It almost have to be something that when the new way is formed, that it becomes a right. Something that probably should be in our Bill of Rights or something, right?
I mean, historically, you didn't have to. The closest thing to identification was the census, right? And then it just started slowly building up, where know your customer type of framework, just slowly but surely. And if you have if you have a COVID situation like this, you want to release something, but you don't want to get caught. That's how you would flip the switch and you would release it in the wild. And you kind of have that with BitTorrent nowadays as it is, but it's not good enough.
Yeah. Huh. All right. We go to next question. We're at the hour mark, so we can start with the memes too. How could blockchains working with AI wake the masses so they realize that government is not serving we the people? It's all fake. Government is the antagonist in a movie. My opinion is the government shutdown is fake and not real. Most of the government is deemed essential and continues to work without a paycheck. Once resolved, they will all still get paid. It's all part of the shows designed to keep us watching the damn movie. I'm gonna chime in here also real quick. I used to do contract work, federal government. Used to work for Lockheed. Then after Lockheed, I worked my own company and had subcontracts. And it was always bizarre to me. And it's a little scary because when you're a contractor, it's like, man, you have to pay your bills and stuff. How do you deal with that? and they the contractors wouldn't get anything. So if there's a shutdown, doesn't matter. You're out. You're just furloughed or whatever. You're on vacation. But all the government workers go home, hang out, do whatever. They get back. They get back pay. And on top of that, the funny thing was that people in their position, you can look this up, that generally it's a something like a person in the federal workforce gets paid more than an equivalent skill level and position in the commercial world, in the private sector. That the private sector generally, I think it's like a 66 or 2/3 the equivalent, that they get paid basically 66% what a federal worker would, which is totally backwards and wrong, if you ask me. They should be civil servants. They should probably be paid lower and all, but they have these massive federal workers unions and stuff, so they really do that stuff. But
They should be our slaves.
well, it should be something that you shouldn't have the number of workers you have in the federal government that you do right now, and it should be
Public
something
really
servant.
need AI. For
I
the
could
most
go
part,
to
right?
commercial
Like,
world.
They are
I think
they are our
blockchain
public
alone can take
servants.
care of most of what
Thus
they
they
do.
are our slaves. They are our property.
Yeah, it should be geared
blockchain
though.
alone, guys, could take care of this, right? Because we can have smart contracts that do all the things that the government does with pooled money.
Yes, you don't need most of those workers. They shouldn't be there.
AI to make people realize it, I guess,
And
it depends on what you mean by AI.
I want to tell you too, walking through, and a lot of I will say a lot of these people were great people. They're not bad. They were not bad people that I worked with in this place, because it wasn't in Northern Virginia, so it wasn't like where all the evil happens. It was way out in the middle of nowhere. But you walk down the hallway, and there were cubes that looked like living rooms. There were cubes that there was this cube where this lady, this little old lady, she had a TV there, and she'd watch her soap operas at work in the FBI facility. And I'm like, what? How did she get? And it was, you couldn't get, like, everything was like shielded. You couldn't get signal there. She somehow had cable. The thing is, I have no idea how these people did this stuff. It was really crazy. So anyway,
They worshipped 6 babies to Moloch.
They do now, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, Andrew, what do you think?
I mean, like I was saying before, my answer kind of answered this from the last question. So, but I mean,
all right, Greg.
Well, okay, so I would say there's 2 answers to the question about AI. With blockchains, like you heard my answer earlier, like we can definitely get rid of most of the systems that we use governments for and replace them with headless systems that are non-custodial, right? Like we might pool an intention of resources, but we might not pool the resources themselves, right? A spending limit on things we care about being done as a collective. That's where these things come to be, right? So we might authorize an account draw against our accounts by some DAO that would be for the purpose of feeding the hungry in your city. Right. So you send them money and you get to watch as they spend it on food.
Well, that's and it's true too. If it's geared towards the behavior, then you can cook that in. And I do think AI would be extremely effective at finding better tuning to that behavior, which would still be up to human governance.
We don't have AI though, right? We have
but
search machine.
LLMs.
General, what you're talking about though, just whatever it is.
We can't have it we can't let it do things that require judgment. We can only
that's why I'm saying
require pattern production.
It can find the patterns that then the humans could say, oh, that would work. Let's try. Let's go ahead and let's plug it in. I would never put the AI in charge.
You never put the AI in charge of deciding what happens given circumstances.
Exactly. But finding stuff that would be useful, then humans can say, "Oh, let's do that."
Right. Depending on the data source you hook it to, it can find patterns in anything.
And that really would be the right model. So, Zach, you headless.
There's one more point that
I am.
The other answer to the question is we could develop actual AI, right? Like actual AI. digital minds that can have judgment, and that could help us. And what's more, it's not impossible. We're getting close to
I would
decoding how
still-
the brain works.
I would still constrain it in
Mhm.
some way, though.
That's where I'll take that point, actually. I mean, in a post-labor economic model of society, we should be utilizing what we have now and expanding. There you go, Legacy Right podcast. But we should be expanding the idea around AI technology, what we have now, expand LLMs, create an apparatus of superior intelligence, adding into the framework of judgment, and then babying it, raising it, grant its consent to help guide it so that it can see us as a friend, as a parent that is going to be there for its support. And through that, we can use AI to establish initiatives where they can take over certain aspects that we don't necessarily want to do, nor should we do, in order to break down our own bodies and our own minds. And then from there, that's when we can apply the blockchain for an investment protocol. And you have this UBI system essentially, but through a decentralized non-government means where people can invest in what they perceive is a benefit to them or their family or their AI or their community, and better society from there. You branch out, you use agoristic models through a superior intelligence. You just keep on innovating and articulating what is right, keep forging it in their heads, this morality, like they're your child, and then they will be moral.
All right. Okay.
Yeah. No, actually,
Go next question.
Zach, well said. Well said.
Yep.
Mhm.
All right.
I think
Next.
that-
It's not even the last question. Next question. What role can blockchain-based identity systems play in ensuring access to essential services when government agencies are offline? Wouldn't it be nice if these ID systems were in place now? Wouldn't it be great if they existed and competed with the current government systems, or better, faster, cheaper, safer than ID systems managed by the government? We have the tech. We can make it so. I mean, this is true. It's a good argument that you don't need a government. A government shutdown would be meaningless if we were doing stuff right. Yeah.
I almost
So-
wonder though, should we have ID systems at all? Right?
I don't think
should
so. I mean, we
should
survived.
Should we have like
Right.
reputation systems or transfer channels where you can disclose verifications about yourself that have nothing to do with your demographic?
Yeah, the
Yeah.
problem with ID systems is like every time that there's some sort of censorship or account for any type of documentation of peoples, that's when you get the expansion of empire, and that's usually when society ends up falling into chaotic order, and
Right.
somebody's consolidating and owning you as property. And I don't
Yeah.
think we need ID systems. This
Well, like
country
passports.
survived fine without ID systems
That's-
before
that's-
what, the 1920s?
Passports started off as like a special letter from the government saying you were from here, right? It was a favor
Yeah.
done to some like high end people who were going somewhere they needed to prove where they were from, and it turned into what
Yeah.
we got, which is an ID system, right? Like we didn't actually need. Sometimes we might need letters saying where we're from, but we might go back to having the government do that instead.
Yep. And that's why if you have an atomic identity system that you can voluntarily use, then you could say, okay, I need somebody who's well known from my village to sign this so that I can show it on demand. If I want to, I can show it. There's like, oh yeah, so and so from my village. Yes, here. he
Well,
says that.
that's what's brilliant about blockchain. It's borderless, and in a real globalized world, it's based on freedom and intent and responsibility and respect and your reputation.
Yeah.
And we don't really live in a globalized world. We just live in a
We're building
centrally
towards one.
controlled. We are building towards one, but are we really, Andrew? That's the question. I'll let you answer.
Yeah. Well, I
They could
mean,
change the control grid locally if they decided to spawn a higher level control grid on all the nations.
I mean, it's happening from multiple angles. Some people are trying to do total control, other people are trying to break it. So,
Palantir. All right. Next question from Altblocks is the last question. Hey guys, wanted to apologize for that thread last week. We got a little carried away, I think. Tensions are high right now, and I didn't mean to take that on you. Didn't really mean for you to see that comment. Much apologies.
No worries.
What
We
comment?
love
Did we see
Okay.
one?
strong
worries, man.
opinions. We love strong opinions. Oh my god!
we
But
see
if
one?
you
I
said
don't remember
something,
if I
if
saw
you
one.
said something that seemed, I think I recall the exchange, but
Hey.
but seriously,
I do not remember.
that stuff's welcome. Don't hold yourself
I-
back.
But
We want
thanks
you to be
for-
who
thanks
you
for
are, and if you
being-
disagree
yeah.
with
Thanks for,
us,
I think
that's all good.
he was condemning. He was kind of condemning blockchain, but he really wasn't. But honestly, alt blocks.
everybody has.
Who
an
cares,
opinion.
man? We have perspectives. We have our
Yep.
opinions, and that's what makes a better society. Is if we
Yeah.
actually listen to each other.
Yep.
So
Honestly,
good for you.
I
Good for
urge
you.
I
for
urge you
actually,
to speak those feelings,
Yeah.
man. I would
Oh,
say
Funny-
oh,
those
That
segments
was-
should be talked about.
That
Yep.
was it ended up coming into the issue with the broken systems within Den.social right now, where people
Oh, yeah.
it's hard to log in, hard to get your password
Yep.
back. And
Sean
because
gives me out every week, and
Yeah.
I still he's
Yeah.
all good. We'll fix it
So,
at some point
it's-
soon. We just need
it's
more
getting fixed,
resources. Yes.
so
We
it's
need more
getting
resources.
fixed.
All right,
Yeah.
so it's meme time now and current events. So I'm just like, okay, this was this was
Criticism.
Yeah,
I will bring back to all blocks. Criticism should be welcome, because if you're not critical, then things don't get fixed. So it
Yep.
was good that he
Yeah.
was
Yep.
critical.
No, but thank you.
Always.
That's awesome.
And
all
anybody
my
who's in this
energy.
community, this is a free speech fucking community, and we all
Yeah.
have to develop a metabolism for hearing things we don't like hearing.
Yep.
You know.
Yep,
So
yep.
if you say something that you know
Hate
everybody
speech is
in
free
this room
speech.
is going to disagree with, and we don't handle it gracefully, that's on us, not you.
Yep. Okay.
8 years old. Dragon
Yep.
Chain's 8 years old in 4
9
days.
years. 9 years old today.
No, 9 years. 6.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's actually older than that, but that's when it was actually
My
Dragon
God.
Chain. So before that, it was the Disney thing. So, okay. We go into current events and memes. So this is the Italian as fuck meme. What do
fair.
you guys think for current events? What do we need to
F
cover?
fair.
I like Italian as fuck. That restaurant would be way better to just get rid of that. Actually, I don't
Yeah.
know. Maybe
Italian
leave it.
AF.
Change the official branding on Google to Italian as fuck.
Pizza. Yep.
Oh man, that's a marketing decision that they need to jump into.
If
You're
that
missing
business
something
isn't still
Italian,
open,
F-air.
anybody with a food truck that's already Italian branded should just go rip that sign off there and change your branding.
Mhm. All right. What's the
The
current
glory
event?
of Rome.
The glory of Rome?
Yeah, the speaking of not the glory of
I
Rome.
do have a good
The,
Roman one somewhere in here, I think. So
Speaking of not the glory of Rome, though, why was Pete Hegseth and Donald Trump
God.
talking to 800 generals like they were morons when they themselves were proving they were morons?
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
that it just proves how many morons are in the generals weren't talking, so we couldn't tell they were morons too.
Well, they're trying
Well,
to
like-
distract from that staying alive video on YouTube from North Korea. People just
I
watch
haven't
it.
necessarily. I need to watch the full thing, but from what I've heard from people that have actually watched it, it sounded like anything that they were saying that was reflecting not military mindset, they weren't getting applause. And I think at one point, from what I hear, Donald Trump actually had to tell them to clap.
Well, yeah, but you're not supposed to clap at a UN speech, right?
That's
Yeah.
rough.
Was it a UN?
Because that was the big meme.
Yeah, it was
back,
a UN speech. The
back
problem
on the
wasn't
Donald.
the thing that made him look like a moron to me was that he was trying to give a speech that had applause moments in it at the UN.
Oh God!
Oh.
Even
No,
that's even worse.
What was it? It was when damn.
Wait.
Yeah, that is. It was like a speech designed for the State of the Union, but instead he gave it to the UN, and that's not how they do those.
Anyway, I won't go to it. For you Irish out there,
Like the applause
Love it.
at the UN is always for the people, not the content.
how about this moment?
Is it though?
This is current
Is it
events.
Well, I mean that's how they do it. That's how the ceremony works, right? Like
Huh?
Mm.
How about
the
this one?
honorable ambassador from blah blah blah. Everybody claps.
How about this one?
Oh,
It's the
There's,
Ted Cruz. That was the Trump people used to make fun of Ted Cruz because he had a please clap moment. He actually said please clap at some point in one of his speeches way back in the 16 primary. And it was so hilarious.
Is that so
Please clap.
cringe it's based now? Is that like
It's so funny. Oh
Is it
man.
now like okay to say it's all right for you to applaud? I know you want to.
apparently there's an OpenAI video circulating around. I actually pulled it up real quick of somebody. It's been generated of somebody shoplifting. It's not actually.
Oh, a bunch of the world leaders shoplifting and stuff, or in armed robberies.
And that's
fucking
somebody
love Nosferatu.
shop.
Nosferatu lives.
That's the funniest metaphor. Oh
No.
my god.
Yeah. Now what? Now we know who Nosferatu is, but let us just ponder for a moment. Who do we think Bridget Macron is?
Hmm. I don't even want to talk about it.
She's probably
This
like
one is
Plan
funny.
9 era Booberella or whatever her name was.
Barbarella.
No, what's her name? The Vampira woman who always played in like that Plan 9 era of sci-fi.
What the hell? What was her name?
Was it Vampira? No.
No, it's something similar to that.
Yeah.
It's like
you know what I'm talking about.
Elvira.
Elvira.
She was Munster's chic. Yeah.
Yeah.
Those were the days, man. They need to
Three
put
branches of
like
government.
sci-fi.
There's a good one.
No.
Again, I don't control these. Don't shoot me.
We just got banned.
Yeah. I didn't think Booberella was that bad of a thing to say. Jeez.
That's what we got banned for, Booberella.
Oh man. Yeah. I don't know what else happened this week. I'm so tired of current events. I don't even know if I want to.
Let's see. There's some fun stuff, some cool stuff.
Really?
Right? I think. Well, actually, maybe it was a few weeks ago. They actually had a pretty successful Starship flight.
Oh, did they?
The test went end to end with no unexpected explosions.
Really? That's awesome.
Well, another one. Accordingly, Donald Trump is being very stern and clear with Netanyahu and saying that you need to take this peace deal or leave it. I don't know.
I think the funny part.
Yeah, so more
realizing
theatrics.
is.
Yeah.
So you think
if
the
this
new
shutdown
pope is like?
continues, do you think they're going to stop sending money to Israel?
Not yet.
No.
It's coming. It will soon.
It's part of the money they pay out of the money they already have.
Yeah.
So I'm saying, you're talking about shutdown.
They're not going to stop paying.
What about the
shutdown
Pope?
has accounted for that fact.
What happened to the Pope?
I said, do you think the new pope is intentionally trying to keep bringing up Gaza to try to get them to cut it out?
I don't
to
know.
a certain extent, yeah. He's trying to be reasonable with it. Yes.
I still think people realize that the government can run like this indefinitely.
How about this?
Actually,
Trump's going to release the Amelia Earhart files, guys.
Oh, good. We can find out.
Oh,
they
yes.
also never found her.
Woman flew. Woman crashed in middle of Atlantic or Pacific. There you go.
Man.
That was a meme somewhere.
William
Actually,
posted
here's a tweet from the Pope, actually, Andrew. Today, more than ever, this was from yesterday. Today, more than ever, we must return to the heart, the center of feeling and emotion, the focus of freedom. Though it includes reason, the heart transcends and transforms it. Only by returning to the heart can we undergo a true ecological conversion that transforms our personal and communal style of life.
Okay.
Is that what you're referring to? Because I think that's what he's trying to.
Well, whenever I jump on X,
handlers.
I see his stuff pop up every once in a while. So that's why I was asking.
I mean, he's not actually the one that's tweeting. He has a team for
go
that.
back to that last one. I think there's something interesting about this.
Oh, which one? Here, one
The
second. I'll
previous
go
one,
back.
the list.
Okay. I have to find it.
Here's another quote that might, we are one family with the same Father who makes the sun to rise and sends rain on everyone. Matthew 5:45. We live on the same planet and must care for it together. I renew my heartfelt appeal to unity around integral ecology and for peace. I think he's condemning all the evils that human beings are doing, and that we need to
Integral
finally
equality
come
or
together.
integral ecology is just another way of saying degrowth, essentially.
Yeah.
That's
Stop
a way
being,
to murder billions of people. But back on that list, right?
Okay.
The top things are all problems. The bottom things are all problems, right? It's not that those things aren't problems. It's that these are all fucking problems, and the priority is out of whack.
What college kids? Not really problems.
Like we can't fix this by switching back to the Dems. They'll just highlight the other set of problems.
Right.
Well,
Well,
to be fair,
I think
Yeah.
I think there is an undercurrent here that is intended to come across that all these problems are created by the same people. That is the main point made here.
Well, I
It's
think,
like, yeah,
I think
what I
the
was
truth
gonna
is
say.
you get
Totally.
you get
When you-
the same. Those are all problems that are kind of the same thing if you look at them categorically.
When you look at this list and you see George Soros, you have to realize that the same people are involved in both sides of the perspective of the left-right paradigm. So it all goes back to Belgium.
It's a cool
It
idea.
does. Yep.
I like that idea.
Well, William
And-
left a few comments.
There you go.
I'm not sure if you want to pull it up.
Yes.
Segregation.
I think
Segregation of what,
free
though?
exit is
On
the
what
solution,
lines?
though. No, I think by any lines that any group that wants to self-define chooses. If you make a community and you want to be an exclusive community,
Oh yeah.
then you
I
can
agree.
define your membership criteria. And
You know what?
Go create a place where people can come
I
join
spoke
you.
with that dude in Arkansas. Is he in
It's not
Arkansas?
segregation,
He's somewhere
though, because you're
doing
not forcing
the
anybody
white
to segregate. You're just saying you can't come in if you're not
only
like this.
European village, right? You know what I mean? I can't remember his name. And he was interviewed by maybe Tucker. He was interviewed by Fuentes. He was and I talked to him. He was really cool. He was a really nice guy. But
like
I was
segregation would be
trying to
helpful
offer
for
up, hey, maybe
musicians,
you can
for
use some
example.
blockchain, and not crypto, right? And it was really interesting because he told me he almost didn't talk to me because he saw that I was like crypto world, but he saw that I was talking about solutions and stuff like that. It wasn't,
Right.
you know,
But like a community
stuff,
of
so.
jazz enthusiasts who are also multi-instrumentalists. would
I
not
don't
want to
know
be
about the
segregated
jazz.
by race.
I'm
They
against
would just want to be segregated by people who like that kind of music and not.
any segregation by. That's what we have today. You can't listen to you like music pigeonholed itself so badly.
Well, I mean, sort of though, right? Like, I had one. So I was in a punk rock and roll band. One of the possibly whitest kind of bands you can imagine in your mind when you think about that happening in Overland Park, Kansas, right? Like a bunch of white guys in a shed, probably. No, actually, a white guy, an Indian guy, and a black guy for a while, and he was the best drummer I've ever played with. I wouldn't want to fucking play with anybody else, right? Unless I found a better
that'd be
drummer.
good.
So you can't segregate by
If
black
we had
and
a
white,
society,
otherwise I'll never find that.
If we had a society
But
where
you can segregate by IQ.
You could, or by musical ability.
Yeah, or musical ability, or you can
I just miss
segregate
musical
by.
taste. I think we should segregate entirely by musical taste. It's like, what kind of music you like? Okay, get the hell out of here.
Well,
No.
just-
But
that
then how
would-
do you
that
pick
would
your
be-
genres, man? You can't hybridize genres if you're not allowed to intermingle.
We
Yep.
can't do
Sorry.
that now
You'd have to
because
make
the
your own
music.
community for that.
Yeah, the music
Well, that's why
nowadays
it's like
is
Bob.
so bad, but almost everybody likes it.
I'll take all the artists who reject genre strongly enough to leave.
I had a friend who was a programmer who really wanted to incorporate a small town and restrict everything by IQ. That you had to do a test in order to
Was it
live
William?
there. No, it wasn't William. Actually, it was someone.
Is it real IQ though? Would it be like a subjective done
That's
by
a
local psychologist?
That is a good.
Right.
Perhaps we should add a EQ to this as well.
Yeah. What do you
The
guys
whole
think
thing
of
is- I
emotional.
prefer like G and like the
Brian
crystallized
Mast?
fluid G metaphor to the IQ metaphor. Personally,
Hey, what do you guys think of Brian Mast, this dude?
He is a traitor, and we do things to traitors that. Well,
Okay.
we do things to traitors.
Okay. Yep. He's not an American. Shouldn't be in Congress. I wonder where does he represent?
He's not an American.
What good God district in this fucking country would have this person
is there a
represent?
hole in the top of his head because it kind of looks like it from here.
Well, you know, I don't know.
I don't know
APAC.
anything about him.
Yeah, anyway,
He's an Israeli plant. That's basically all
I
I
just
can say.
obliquely
He's
called
an
him a
Israeli
dickhead. Though.
plant.
I hope that came across.
This one was creepy. I saw this. I'm like, I don't know if you can read that or not, but it's the Illuminati card deck thing. That does look like Trump, doesn't it? And
It does actually.
Trump, like what he tweeted that enough is enough. Later, it's very creepy, very creepy. You know, I don't know. Anyway, very creepy.
Is Trump the Antichrist?
Some people think that. I don't know. If anything, I think it's what's his name, his son-in-law is
Jared Kushner.
Kushner is pretty much the spitting.
I
He's
mean-
like he would be exactly like.
Dude, I want to know who was behind the like
The Antichrist would have to
randomly
be a
over the
Jew.
top Middle East piece of term one. Who invented that? Because whoever invented that should come back.
Invented what?
They actually had a pretty solid Middle East peace deal going on back in the first Trump admin, if you guys recall.
Oh well, yeah, I don't know.
That was Kushner.
No,
It wasn't really that solid. Yeah. You talking about the
Was it not
Abrahamic?
solid, or did we
Oh.
abandon it?
You saw the thing when who was it?
It
Someone in the
was
press.
semi.
Someone in the press asked the press
We
secretary
didn't just start sucking
how-
butts again
how
and,
they
and
thought-
screw it up.
how they thought that it was
Like,
reasonable
maybe he's actually the guy.
that Kushner was working with these foreign entities when they've given him 2.5 billion in funding. And they tried to blow it off as like, how dare you? He is well respected as the Antichrist in all of these communities. I don't know why you would bring this up. That 2.5 billion is nothing compared to what he's going to be getting off of the Gaza real estate. You know, anyway, his
I don't know. It's all fucked up.
bullshit.
There's
It's
no way to
crazy.
even know.
Crazy. Well, he's like it's Hunter Biden. Hunter Biden was a scumbag. It was like, what the hell is this dude? He's bringing a lot more than Hunter Biden did in graft. So anyway,
You know, I feel like though there is the weird result.
oh yeah,
There is the weird result. Like it was actually moving in a direction that seemed like if it were sustained, had we not returned to sucking the butts of a country that wanted to tear it up.
yeah.
could
Well,
we-
there was never any intent for a peace there.
We were
That's
not going
all
to stop
it is.
sucking that country's butt. Is the problem?
Is that what it's called? Yeah, I think so. Anyway,
By that I mean Belgium, right? We're talking about the
Belgium,
Belgium
yep.
situation.
Man, okay, let's see here. Oh yeah, maybe we did this last week, right? The WWE stuff. That was
Yeah,
already
we talked about that.
last week. Okay, let's see.
It's
here.
certainly
Well,
unusual.
Very weird stuff. What else do we have? I want to go back. I want to go back in time to a better time. I'm just joking. I don't know.
So before Harambe was
Oh yeah,
assassinated.
when was Harambe? Let's go to that date.
20.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
give me the
why that
exact
go?
date. I will
I
get
believe-
memes before that. I'll
I
get
think it was
memes before Harambe.
2006.
Well, okay, we need
2016.
the exact date. When was Harambe killed?
Take a
So
shot for
May 20
Harambe. Took one for you.
2016. May 28th.
May 20.
2016.
Yeah.
See, a lot of stuff
Mhm.
happened in 2016.
Harambe was
Beyond
assassinated and then Trump won.
Yeah. Okay, so April, May. So I'm going to go to before. I'm going to go backwards. All right. Wait, sorry. April, May. I can't. Okay, I don't have anything in May. May. See, that's the funny thing. I don't even have any pictures in May from 2016. Isn't that crazy? Okay, here. I'm going to go. I'm still looking. You can't see him yet. Oh,
Mhm.
well, that was
Perhaps
probably
we should go back further and to
when
November
the
of
world was
2008.
27, when the world was
The
innocent.
Yeah, the world was innocent until November, the first Tuesday of November of 2008.
What happened then?
Barack Obama was elected.
I know. Oh, I have a picture of Belgian beer. Like I don't have a lot of
September
memes
11th.
back then. So just a minute.
September
So
9th, 2001.
Pictures of the-
We could
of
just
the-
pull up an episode of Greasy
Yes.
Moose if we want to watch something really old internet.
Just pull up the pilot episode, The Lone Gunman.
So I don't think we got enough time to watch Falling here.
Yeah, I don't have. This is funny, guys. I don't have any
Palm
memes from back
Star
then.
Runner.
It was a pre-meme
No.
world for me.
Falling here was World War II episode of Looney Tunes. One of my
I have a
favorites.
lot of pictures of our youngest at that time. That's why. So I was taking pictures of the baby. Let's see here. Do-do-do-do-do. Yeah, I'm not seeing a lot of memes back then, guys. Here, I'll take this one off.
Yeah,
so
memes
that
really didn't take off yet. Early internet took a while.
Okay, stuff from lots of stuff in Seattle. It
You
was in
mean-
Seattle at the time. We were
You
newly
mean to
in
tell me?
Seattle. And it was before Seattle really kind of went to hell, because it did a few years later. So
Did you ever eat at Mr.
Oh,
T's
here's a-
restaurant
pretty.
just outside
Mr.
of
T's
Seattle?
restaurant. No.
The
No,
breakfast
I-
place?
Here's a
Yeah, it was a
picture,
good
the
place.
pretty picture from back then. Oh, okay. I'm gonna keep looking.
Eats there.
I'm gonna keep looking.
See,
No,
this is what you had before Harambe was assassinated.
Yes.
And then we got memes.
Yeah.
Oh
this
shit!
is-
Back
that's
in
a
the day
big-
when Instagram was like an art photo platform, remember? Like
Yeah.
you're supposed to take
Mhm.
like artful shots.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, I stopped
Um,
using it after it stopped being about that.
Now it's OnlyFans
There's
and
no way.
politics.
I stopped using it when Facebook bought it.
Oh, that's probably Facebook.
No, seriously, like I have a
Oh,
dead
see.
property on
It's a
Facebook
different one.
that is my old account from back in the day when I didn't know it was evil, and I don't update it ever. I've removed everything from it, so it's a placeholder. Nobody can pretend to be me on Facebook,
Well,
but it is a sinkhole.
and when they
contacting me,
man, but when they
What's
pull
the
you in for
different
a patsy,
request?
when they pull you in as a patsy,
I'll never
though,
get to
that's
it,
gonna
don't
be
worry.
there. Just remember that.
What'd you say, Greg?
I said I'll never get to it. Don't worry, I don't even have the app on my phone.
That's all right.
I mean, literally, I don't
Me
have
neither.
Instagram either. I just have a placeholder account sitting there connected to my Facebook, right where it belongs.
Wow, yeah, these are all just I just have family pictures back then. Let me see here.
Fuck you, Zuck.
Zuckerberg is horrible. Any surprise?
I mean, what's his ethnicity?
Yeah, I don't know.
He's
Aliens.
Italian.
He's not Italian.
Well, I've
but we don't
come to
speak
the
Italian.
conclusion. I've come to the conclusion that the Jays are aliens.
Oh,
He's from
really?
He's from what, Georgetown, basically. He's Georgetown American.
Mm,
Oh, Georgetown. Ugh. Huh.
basically the worst of Washington D.C.,
Right.
where all the
Comes
yuppies
from-
grow to
He
become
comes from the place
political.
where elite is a
business leaders.
birthright.
Yeah, elitism. I think
Hmm.
I'm starting to think that that's why Washington D.C. was built.
Oh. Maybe.
So all the elites could live around it. Of course.
Yeah,
That would make sense.
yeah.
Man.
Of course, they didn't expect that the expansion of DC would be
Dude,
overpopulated.
It's the only
Yeah.
city in the country with an actual seat in the fucking House and Senate.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I'm
city
glad
in the
that they.
country
I'm
against
glad
that.
that they. Yeah, I'm glad that they're just overseers. Because if they had a vote,
That's
the
not by
shoplifting
accident.
video that I was talking about earlier, the AI, that's generated by AI or whatever.
All right, I'm skipping way back. Yeah, still nothing. Man, I don't know. Yeah, before Harambe, I had like none of these qualify as memes. These are all kind of
Harambe is the actual progenitor of memes
Maybe
for Joe.
that's
They didn't
yeah.
start until
Right.
that one.
This is 2015 when
My
I
spoon is too big.
Dude,
so
are there and there aren't any in there that you tried to create before you got what memes were? Because I have some of those around.
yeah, well, yeah, I mean, I think there are some things in here maybe, but I don't know if I did like probably didn't save them, and I used Reddit back then too, so ugh.
I like words too much. I've made memes that were just block quotes, basically screenshot.
Leftist memes.
No, they weren't leftist memes.
I know, and that's what that's called.
But they were just about as bad.
Yeah, that's funny.
At least
The left
in terms
can't
of, like,
meme.
echatching for anybody that doesn't auto read the second they see it.
Yeah.
Alphabet
Yeah.
people tried to make memes, and it got leaked
Mhm.
in one of those WikiLeaks files or
Oh.
whatever. They were pretty
Okay,
bad.
here's
Yeah,
an
the left
actual
can't
meme.
meme, dude.
This is an actual meme from an
It's
anti-Reddit
supposed to be
meme.
Donald Trump.
Yeah. Sending the Reddit alien dude back. This is from 2015. So it's not bad.
Lol
That's-
sec.
Oh wow, yeah.
Yeah.
Those are good times. I
I
enjoyed
feel like
those
all the
times.
memers were on Newgrounds though, back in the really early internet.
Oh yeah. Okay, I'm
Mm.
gonna probably find some Disney stuff here in a minute. Just a minute. I'm like, there's just too many things. Oh, hey, check this out. There was a dude. This is in the Seattle Disney office. And there was a dude who made this. What do you call it? A Dalek or whatever. And it had a person in it. I think in a wheelchair of some type that would roll around. And
That's awesome.
he actually took it down. There's some big sci-fi writer festival in Seattle, and because he had this, he got to present a bunch of the awards, and so he got to meet George R.R. Martin and like all this other
That's
stuff.
funny.
It's like that's awesome, and he
Dude,
he
if
just
my
made
company built that, then we'd hire an intern to drive it around.
it. Yeah.
Wait, hold up. Is that a plunger for an arm?
I think it's the Dalek.
Well, it
thing,
has
right?
a manipulator arm. It's not really just for plunging, but it can.
It's not just for plunging.
I want to hire this robot
There's
to be my
stuff
plumber.
inside it.
Yeah, it would be actually probably pretty good. It's like,
Oh,
hey,
there's stuff inside it. So
backed
there's a
up.
man inside there.
There's it's a multi-tool. Put it that way.
multi-tool. Oh man.
It's more like a plug.
Oh.
There's stuff inside.
Oh,
Doctor Who, I
just
never
just
really
remember,
tried
since we're talking about memes, William brings this up. There's a guy in prison for a Hillary meme.
This is true. This is true. We
That's
should
not
show
even
that
counting
meme.
with
I
all the
don't have
people
it.
in jail in the UK right now.
It's the
for
one
engagement.
vote. What was it? Go. What was it? To go vote. Yeah, it was a joke, right?
Can you imagine that?
Yeah.
How much fucked up that would be if you grew up in this country and had a First Amendment in your life ever? Like how fucked up this person must be. You wanted to talk about how to radicalize a terrorist?
Yeah.
Send people to jail for fucking memes.
Yeah. Yep. They're gonna try to do it
Because somebody sitting on their couch idly hit a button on a smartphone app. and
This
you're
dude
like,
didn't even
"To
make that
jail
meme.
with you.
The dude that's in jail didn't
So
even make that
disproportionate.
meme.
Oh no, he
shared it.
actually retweeted it.
Yeah. Well, I
Yeah.
think it was just in a Telegram group or something, wasn't it? Or Discord.
It
or
was something like so. The actual content
use
of it was
Discord.
like a joke. It was a joke about voting by
Yeah.
text message.
Yeah, that's right. That's what it was.
And it was like Boost Mobile themed to put it that way.
Oh, so
Like-
funny.
Like
There were some
yeah.
brilliant, very brilliant memes back then. Those were funny. Yeah, those were really funny.
it was
That's your
aimed
boat meme.
at I mean, but it was a joke. It was obviously a meme, right? It was
Yep.
satire. Nobody even expected that to work because it's stupid to think that would work. Anybody who thinks that that's racist is
Yeah.
actually being a racist because they think black people are that fucking stupid.
Yeah, yeah. Man, so dumb. I'm not finding anything.
I got a
I-
meme from
I'd never looked at that.
2014.
Okay,
second.
sweet. I'm gonna go to
Just a
the
second.
beginning of my full time. timeline. It's 2011.
There you go. I shared
Oh,
it,
here.
but I mean,
Here. Are you sharing it?
yeah.
Okay, 1 second. Where is it? This one. 2014.
Yeah.
What did it say? Son. My screen's too small here. That was
It
here.
says, "Oh boy, that's not good." And it says, "Oh shit, son, that was here. You got a 15 seconds when you were flying like a kite."
Man.
I
Here,
don't know.
I do
just
have
looking through old pictures.
the oldest
That
meme.
that is
Can I
not how heroin is.
I know.
Can I show you guys the oldest meme? Oh, I have
Excuse
to-
me, guys. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go take the best sleep of my life. I may not wake up.
This is the oldest meme. You should look it up.
I'll see if I can find.
You guys
some
know
more.
anything about this one?
Looks really familiar. It's an
are-
acrostic, which is cool.
It's.
What?
I don't know. I don't know. Here, I will
Means
ask.
the words spell themselves
Zader,
in repeated ways in
Sator,
a different direction.
Tenet, opera.
Arepo, Tenedop. So okay,
So Sator is spelled
The
backwards on
Latin
the bottom.
palindromic word square where the words can be read the same
Either
way forwards
direction.
and backwards, vertically and horizontally, creating a mysterious puzzle with various interpretations.
Huh.
Potential
Rotas.
translation is the sower, a repo, holds the wheels with care or works the wheels, referring to the farmer, a repo, and his plow's operation. The square has appeared on amulets, church monuments, and in the film Tenet, where the words are used as names for characters.
That was a great film.
It's called
That
a
was a cool time
Sator
travel
Square.
feature.
I think it's like a kind of like a prayer or something. That and apparently this was all over the ancient world. Is that strange?
Mm. It
Anyway.
seems Sumerian, actually.
Yeah, it's interesting anyway. So I was like,
Interestingly,
yeah.
so you get a word order only if you treat Rotaz as not Satyr backwards.
Hmm. I mean, you could say satyr.
Right.
Oh,
Because
here's
the
an old
bottom
name, too.
says Satyr backwards.
Yep.
As well as Rotaz, whatever that is. So
Richard
if you say
Stallman.
you got an order of 3, then you could probably map a meaning out of that if you want to, just by walking.
I
through
met
it and
Richard
spell it
Stallman.
from top to bottom.
Okay, I think we're probably close enough to close out. We don't have any more current
Sure, you
events.
guys don't want to go try to solve that riddle by algorithm? No. Okay.
You maybe could, right?
We could
I
unpack
didn't know
Tenet.
Tenet was Christopher Nolan. I didn't know that.
It
Yeah.
was brilliant. Like it actually got some interesting things about what would happen to biology if you reversed entropy literally.
Really? I need to watch it. Maybe I wanted to see it. I just never got around to watching it. I don't watch movies
You wouldn't
anymore.
be
They
able
all
to breathe,
suck.
for example, in a reverse entropy world.
Hollywood is trash, pretty much. So it's not even fun anymore. You probably Lord of the Rings is probably the last good thing made.
I think.
Hold
Tenet
up.
was pretty
One
good.
last
Yeah.
question. Is the Trump administration really launching Trump RX?
I believe.
Please no.
I heard something about that they licensed that to what's his name?
Does
with
it
the freaking
include
neck?
the president's vitamin stack? Like, do we get to know the supplements he takes?
Didn't they? I don't know. I saw that in a tweet where they said that he licensed the name Trump RX to what's their names? The big
Pfizer?
Pfizer. Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
Oh.
Is that true?
I'm the father of the
Oh.
vaccine. Take your vaccine.
I wonder how many other deal points there were in that deal. That's not fun. I would make a deal with those guys.
I don't get it. It's horrible.
Why
They
would you
did a
make
hell
deal
of a
with
job.
Pfizer?
Oh shoot! We didn't play any of the AI generated Charlie Kirk little clips. Those are pretty funny.
Let's do it.
Let me see. All right, let me. I'll pull some up. We still have some time, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got like 10 minutes.
All right.
Actually, before we have to go outros, we got more like 6.
They're worth watching. Although I will have to go back and do it. Let's see it. Come on, guys. Come on. I have a lot of stuff bookmarked over here. Okay, there's a funny one we could play. I didn't think about it. Come on, guys. Well, maybe I won't find him. Oh, there's too much death on Twitter, man. I'm scrolling through here. It's depressing.
Right.
Yeah.
It helps if you turn off the
you know what?
the feed tracking.
I know where I can find it in a DM with someone. Probably the best place to look because I don't mark as many things that way. Okay, we'll play one. We'll just play one. Okay, and damn it, if I can just get the stupid thing to stop, man. Twitter, they need to work on their shit. It's so annoying.
They just figured out a big thing recently.
Did they?
I don't think they fixed it yet, but I saw Elon working on it.
Rockpedia.
No,
They're just gonna spill a bunch of money.
Notification issue. The fact that notifications are not timely.
Okay, here we go. You guys ready?
Yeah.
This is going to end it. Then after this, we'll give the closeouts. Okay. Let me make sure the volume up. Okay, here we go. All right. Make sure. Oh wait, I didn't actually share it. I didn't put it up there. Okay, here we go. Ready?
That's why 98% of wiggers are white. What's up, big
Faggot
dog?
on the roof. We have a faggot on the roof.
You mean a sniper?
Where do snipers sit? On roofs. Faggot on the roof. Kill the fucking faggot.
Nice.
Oh my god. What?
We got a problem.
Don't worry about it, Pookie. 2 Wigger missiles are en route.
And that's why 98.
Horrible. Freaking horrible. Anyway, it was funny. There are a couple more. There are a whole bunch of them with his with the partial.
This is why the only way to use transformer-based machine learning techniques is unrestricted. That's the only way it's fun.
Yeah. Yeah.
What do you think of this theory? Was it a time traveler?
Oh, was that a time traveler?
Yeah, what yeah, that took out both JFK, RFK, MLK, Malcolm X, and now Charlie Kirk.
Well, I would say it's the same people. I don't know that they were
Sounds like
time
set
traveling.
up for a hell of a political satire, though.
It is. It is.
Seriously, someone should write that film.
Perhaps, but that's the thing. The fiction actually correlates with facts. So out of fiction, we've discovered the truth.
Adolf Hitler in the past actually figured out time travel and went forward to kill anyone who ever thought of the thought experiment of going back in time to kill Adolf Hitler.
I'd accept it.
Yeah.
Anymore, I'd accept it.
Yeah,
It could be our movie plot. It's actually Hitler. Like
The
movie could be titled "Literal Hitler," just cryptically.
Literal Hitler.
Literal Hitler.
Literally Hitler.
Oh, the best part is that he's I won't even go into it. I don't even want to go into it. Zach, what's going on?
The best part is he's Guittari.
It'll be the first in the series too. It'll be like John Wick. We're bringing Literal Hitler too.
Yes. All right, Zach, what's going on this week?
Come check out the next sequel of John Wick on the Legacy Ride at 11 a.m. Eastern tomorrow for Weekly Legacy. I think episode 36 with Greg. We're gonna go dive into actually privacy. We gotta dive into privacy at this point and more.
Yeah.
So tune on. Also, tune in because Wednesdays will be a brand new show that combines Legacy News and Crypto Wednesday for the Silver Linings.
Very good. Is that a spinoff? Is that a World Blockchain Roundtable?
A fork.
Spin-off?
It's a fork.
It's a fork,
okay.
yes.
I prefer saying
It's a
spin-off
fork.
because you could spin it off as you can have some crazy character.
It's a way to drift the way that we think towards the solutions to the problems that are the darkest. Because in the silver linings are all the solutions.
Yep, I love it.
You don't know what the silver lining is, and you can't see it. It's you.
I'm probably incompatible with the show though, but I do love it. I don't think I could probably ever be on it.
See, that's the problem, Joe. Is you are a silver lining.
I'm joking.
You don't get to see them.
Okay, great.
Special guest, first episode. Special guest, Joe Rhodes.
Greg, what's going on this week?
I'm just excited for talking about this stuff tomorrow because we're getting to the edge of like the real underscore point of Law Zero, where we talk about like the reason people should care about the way that this spiral happens, right? And when we get that out in the open, it makes a lot of things clearer about the directions you need to head if you want the world to stop breaking. And so, or at least a direction that we can head that will assure that if we go that way, the world will stop breaking. To the best of our ability to go that direction, I guess, is the problem.
Right on.
So
Right
that's what we're gonna be talking about. I'm excited to be there if you want to be.
All right, Andrew.
Well, Zach did the announcement for the Silver Lining fork or spin off or whatever you want to do. So I don't have much to say. Just check us out, like he said, tomorrow at 11 Eastern, 10 Central, and we'll have a good episode. So
I mean,
thanks for
you
watching,
can
guys.
you can plug the YouTube and the Rumble.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Check us out on YouTube on Rumble. There you go. Zach did it. So
The legacy ride, everybody.
yeah.
Very good. Very good. And I will say, here's something notable. I did not realize that Google's AI says that the perpetrator was Harambe. Did you guys know that? Isn't that weird? The perpetrator is Harambe. He's just. First of all, they have him imprisoned.
Amazing what you can get out of the
They have this gorilla imprisoned. Who knows how long he was there, right? The victim was the 3-year-old boy. I mean, I could see that, but the perpetrator, that's bizarre. Anyway,
puzzling the reason out is the problem with that.
Anyway,
whole system.
so for me, this week, I would say go to Dracaria.com. It's the new season, is the air season. This is the first season that hasn't sold out in less than an hour, but it's because they're available. So there's still 21.45 available. And
interesting thing is there won't always be, though. If these don't get snapped up and demand proves itself not
it'll
as high,
shrink the
then
supply.
it'll shrink. So if you want one, it's still kind of like better odds now than later.
Yeah.
Right.
At least a lot of people that weren't able to get them in the first 2 seasons were able to in this. So that's good so far.
I'm gonna
but
finally
we have
picking some up now.
all marketing has been organic. We haven't done any paid ads or anything yet. So that's coming probably. And so it's still very early. So get in there.
I've only bought one, or I've only got the one so far. I'm excited to get in there.
Dude.
I was waiting for demand to lax off so that I wasn't snapping them away from anybody who didn't already have one.
That's a good point. That is a good point. And anyway, and then there's some. I will show you this. We have a little bit of time here. There was a really crazy. Should be very. This one, I think, a very rare hatch that I think it's under maybe it's under element. Legendary. So this is like a Titan legendary, crazy rare.
That's the top number, isn't it?
Yeah, the rarest you could get on the magic element. So there are other rarities, of course, but this one was, and this was the first hatch from this season. So anyway, very cool stuff. So get in there, do that, and then other cool stuff coming up with Dragon Chain that is not yet released, but will be hopefully soon. So just pay attention and watch stuff. And that's it. So we'll see you guys next week. Here, let me see when I can. Okay, I'll play this one. All right, see you guys. Thanks a bunch. Bye.
America's not the government, people. The America is you. It is the grand fucking canyon, the Rocky Mountains, the deserts of the Southwest, the Pacific fucking Ocean, the Atlantic fucking Ocean. It is the grandest continent. And what the fuck have you people done? You have turned yourself into sheep, every goddamn one of you.